¿Qué la que hay, mi gente? Rico.toro. Yeah. So I give some of y'all some tough love, some free game. Because some of y'all mad stubborn. So listen to what I'm about to say. Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe. So here's the thing. So the other day, hit up one of my regulars I've been dealing with like 3 years almost, probably, more or less. So she's like, all right, I'll come through. Give me 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing I know, after like 5 minutes, maybe even 3, knock at my door. It's her. So she had this kind of funny, comical look on her face. And I was like, what's up? Why are you so quick? You're supposed to be 20 minutes. And she says, oh, I just stepped out to get some chicken. I'm like, what? She said, yeah. She's like, I said, oh, okay, you with esposo, the boyfriend, the novio, the husband. And she's like, yeah. I'm with the gordo, right? The fat guy. Oh, I'm like, yeah, okay, I know. Okay. She says, yeah, I don't have a lot of time or whatever. But then again, she's one of my finishers. We don't always need a lot of time. Even though it did take a little while then. But, point is, if you met her in Sosua, 99.89 or even 99.99% of the time, no amount of allowance, stipend, dividends, financial support, reparations, whatever you want to call it, are going to keep her out of the street. Don't work that way, homie. And I'll break it down to you like this. See, a lot of these girls, they feel like, they've been crapped on by other gringos, been crapped on by Dominican. They've been crapped on a lot in their lives. Some of them have had like serious relationships that, babies, daddies, or whatever, that left them hanging. So they almost always seem to want to have one foot still in the game, still in the street. I don't mean necessarily walking up and down the street. I don't mean necessarily at the street level. They could be, like I say, they could just be on that Tinder, Facebook, Cupid level, or that RV level when the rent's due or something. But they keep one foot in the game at some level usually, regardless of their current situation. Now they take a break, they take some rest or whatever, but at the end of the day, they're planning for you to leave them and just drop them or upgrade them at some point anyways. So they kind of feel like it's inevitable. Like we look at things mostly like there's an expiration date. So do they. So they look at it like, nothing's forever. So if I get a little extra money on the side and it blows up my spot and I lose this situation, so be it. I'll be back where I started. And a lot of them don't mind that, especially if they've, been around long enough to know the ins and outs of the game. So that's why I say, stop thinking that, you're 200-300, or even worse case to those dudes with big pensions. Some of them I call friends, like even like giving them like $1,000 per month. And I hate to say dollars, so 50-some thousand pesos a month. It still doesn't do the job, doesn't keep them home. They're always going to keep they're always going to keep a few of their regulars on speed dial, just in case. And in some cases, like the other day, sometimes it could be just a little easy extra money. It's like a win-win. Sometimes they just enjoy strange sex. They just enjoy something different, like, especially like, these companionship dudes, these dudes that aren't so functional anymore and, think they're paying big money, supporting them or whatever for hugs and kisses and cuddling, when some of them chicks just like to get dicked down, once in a while good. And, I'm not patting myself on the back, but I think that's somewhat the case with the little shorty, that rolled through the other day. And, it's like this. I will never, it could be my best friend. And if he's talking about getting in such a situation with someone, I'll just tell him from the get-go, don't do it. Don't do it. It don't work. And if he happens to do that, he's on his own. Like, I'm not going to report back to him if I see the girl in the street, or if I see the girl, in pictures at a boat party, or if I see the girl, at RV, or I'm not going to snitch on the girl, because I told him from the get-go my advice. So if he didn't listen to it, it's not my job. It's not my job to, to report back to him. And, that's just how it goes. So just, I'm going to keep this short. So just remember that, man. No amount of money is going to keep them out of the game most of the time. They always, like I straight up, I have these conversations with some of my regulars, I'm like, and they'll tell me, yeah, they always gonna keep some regulars, at least maybe see them once a week or every other week, maybe a guy or two, couple guys, that they're just easy time with or whatever, not breaking their back or shifting their kidneys too much, or even if he is, they're enjoying it, but just low stress, easy to deal with. Most girls will always keep that. And like I say, somebody I consider a friend, like not long ago, told me that, he was sort of boasting, like, there's nothing for me, there's nothing for me, $1,000, to keep her exclusive or whatever. I mean, I don't know, man. To me, if you're gonna rent, don't rent. I don't know, man. There's a difference. I just say rent, don't try to buy. Rent the loyalty, rent the experience as long as it lasts, but don't try to buy it expecting it to be like a long-term plan. So hit that subscribe. You got more free game coming. Rico.toro, yeah.